Hello everyone, I'm Rupert, and this is Rupert's Beard. Today we have a Lim Deck Profile. It will be solo done by me. Red is a bit busy. This will hopefully be the last one that I have to do by myself, but until he is back, we got to do this so we don't get even more behind. Before we get into the video, if you like it, don't forget the like button, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget that notification bell, and don't forget to leave a comment like what decks would you like to see in the future. And with that out of the way, we'll go ahead and start. It is green, purple Lim. It's 5k, 4 life, green. Whenever your character cards are played rested, and then activate main once per turn, you may rest 3 of your Dawn cards, add up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck, and rested. Play up to 1 Odyssey character with a cost of 5 or less from your hand. So, ramps you a card, or ramps you a Dawn, and gets you a card out for 3, which is really good, and we'll get into the Odyssey cards in just a moment. First, we have a Searcher. It is 1 drop, 2k power, 1k counter, Trafalgar Law. It is on play. Look at 4 cards top of your deck, reveal up to 1 Straw Hat Crew or Heart Pirate type card with a cost of 2 or more. Add it to your hand, place the rest of the bottom deck in any order. You run several Straw Hats. Not a bad card in here. There's a better Searcher, which we'll get to in just a moment, but it's just a easy turn 1 search, and it gets quite a few cards. Next is the Odyssey Don Quixote Rocinante. It is a 3 drop, 4k, 1k counter, blocker, and on your opponent's turn, once per turn, set this character as... on your opponent's attack, I apologize. Once per turn, set this character to active. So, you play it, and leader effect makes it rested. Start of their turn, you can immediately redirect. It's a decent chump blocker. It's searchable blocker is mostly its point, but it's not awful. Next, the other Searcher that I mentioned is a 3 drop, 5k, no counter value, Lim. On play, look at 5 cards top of your deck and reveal up to 1 Odyssey type card other than Lim. Add it to your hand and put the rest on bottom of the deck in any order. End of your turn, if you have 3 more rested characters, set this card as active. So, with your leader effect, you do have to bring them all in rested, so this does let you have the ability to get it as active at the end of the turn, so that way they don't attack into it. It's pretty good. Obviously, Searchers are Searchers, and it's a 5k attacker, so pretty good card. Next is a searchable off of Law Sanji. It's 4 drop, 5k, 2k counter. Sanji, it has a film Straw Hat Crew. Dawn 1, your turn. This character gains 1,000 power for each of your 3 rested Dawn cards. So it can be searched, it can be used as a body, it can also just be used as a 2k counter. Pretty good option. Keaton the person who let us borrow this deck, Keaton only had 1 winner. Hopefully he wins more, so that way he can make it even prettier. Next is Portgas D Ace. 5 drop, 5k, 2k counter. If you have 2 or more rested characters, rest up to 1 of your opponent's characters cost of 5 or less. It is an Odyssey as well. So, you play it out with Lim's ability to ramp it down, play it out rested, tap down on their blockers, and you can go and push for more damage, or you can tap down a 5 cost or less card that's causing problems and swing at it to try to get rid of it. Really good card. Hard to go wrong with a 2k counter with a good effect. Up next is a 5 drop, 6k counter Sanji with Odyssey and Straw Hat Crew, 1k counter. On KO, you may add 1 card top or bottom of your life to your hand. Play it to 1 Odyssey or Straw Hat Crew type character card with a cost of 4 or less from your trash rested. So, it is a 6k swing, searchable. That is a double searchable because it's Straw Hat and Odyssey. That whenever they kill it, if they kill it, you get to get back a Straw Hat or Odyssey that's cheap. So you can get back your Sanji, your Lim, all these other fun cards. Pretty good card. Next is Monkey D. Luffy. 5 drop, 6k, 1k counter, Odyssey, Supernova, and Straw Hat. On play, if you have 2 or more rested characters, rest up to 1 of your opponent's Dawn cards or characters with a cost of 6 or less. So, pretty easy to have rested characters, obviously with your leader making them all rested. and he can rest another character. Pretty good, especially where it's cheatable off of Lim's effect. So it comes in, taps down another either blocker, or taps down a relevant card you want to try and get rid of, so we can try and swing into it. Next is Sabo. Sabo is a 5-drop 6K, 1K counter, Odyssey Rev Army. When attacking once per turn, if you have 3 or more rested characters, draw a card. Well, with all your characters coming in rested, it's going to be very easy, not to mention you gotta tap them to swing. And then it's just an instant replacement. Very hard to go wrong with this card. I think this is, and the next card that we're about to go over, is probably the best cards in Odyssey right now. It does get better in 10, which we will try to get a updated 10 list once Keaton gets the cards for it, and hopefully lets us borrow it again. But this, and I think a Nell, which is coming out in 10, is a very good card. Next, one of the, I think the best card right now for Odyssey, Don Quixote Flamingo. Rosinante we went over earlier. He's a 5-drop 6K, 1K counter. He has Odyssey, Warlord of the Sea, and Don Quixote Pirate type. He is blocker, and at the end of your turn, if you have 2 or more rested characters, set this card as active. So, you can swing with him, and if you don't want to swing with him, like you just play him that turn, where he comes unrested, very easy to get him reactivated. So, blocks that turn, you can swing with a 6K, very good card. Next, Useless Captain Kid, also nicknamed Useless Captain Mid. 8-drop, 8K, Supernova Kid Pirate. Dawn 1, opponent's turn. This character is rested. Your opponent cannot attack any card on the other than the character Useless Captain Kid. Almost called him useless. Activate main once per turn. You may rest this character. Lift 1 card with a cost of 3 or less from your hand. In this deck, his second effect doesn't get used a lot because he does immediately come in rested. You can, if you really want to. There's no way you can attack with it. But he's meant to play him, put the Dawn on him, and he gives you a hard to deal with body to block, kind of block with. Next is 3 Adio. He is a 9-drop 9K on play. If your leader is the Odyssey type, which it is, set up to 3 of your Dawn cards as active, which is really good because he immediately refunds 3, so that way instead of 9 he's basically 6, and you will have 3 to 4 Dawn to play with for that turn and for his ability. On opponent's attack once per turn, you may rest 1 Dawn card up to 1 of your leader or characters gains 2,000 power during this battle. So he is a 1 Dawn 2K counter, sort of. Pretty good card. If he was a cheaper cost, I think he'd be better. But I feel like he would probably be dropped in the 10 build. Right now, though, not bad. Next is Roronoa Zoro. Probably one of the best green cards, if not one of the best green cards. 9-drop, 9K. As Straw Hat Crew, for some reason not a Supernova. It is, when attacking, tap 1 Dawn. You can set this character as active. Activate main once per turn. Tap 2 Dawn. Set this character as active. So, obviously you can't do this, set him as active on your first turn. But after that he comes in next turn active. Swing. Swing. Get a bunch of swings in. Big body. Very nice. Last but not least, we run 2 Gum Gum Jet Gatling. 0-drop event. It's counter, trash card from your hand, up to 1 of your leaders or characters get 3k power during this battle. Trigger, add it to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn decks as active. If you would rather use the green one, you can. I think the purple one is far superior just because of that trigger. But it is a personal opinion. And that is Keaton's list. He did take this at the time of recording the night before and got 2nd place with it at our locals. And last week he got top 4 with it. So it can do things, and it gets much better next pack. And we do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and we hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.